G'day everyone. Today we're going to take a look at 4 new updates and features that have been added to Simply Business, and we're going to start with the dashboard. The purpose of the dashboard is to give you a very quick overview of the key and important information across all of your business. And one of the key pieces of information is how many open tickets you have. And we were always able to see how many open tickets and looking through the history about how many were open in the past. But now what's been added is the ability to see those numbers grouped by how important the ticket is. So here in our example, we can see we've got 2 feature requests that are open, 2 low tickets, and 1 critical ticket. Now, if you've got 5 open tickets and they're all feature requests, well, that's great. That's opportunities for new work and new money to be made. But if all 5 of them are critical, you really don't want those sitting around with nobody working on them, because that's going to mean most likely very annoyed customers. So this new feature gives you the ability to really quickly see how many critical and high tickets you have, so you can make sure that your staff are getting onto it as quickly as possible. Now, one of the new features that makes this even easier to use is that each of these is clickable. So I can click on the critical tickets box here, and it will take me to the tickets list and filter just on critical. So I can see all of those tickets straight away very easily. I don't have to change my filters. It's already filtered, ready for me to look at. And that takes us to the second new feature of Simply Business, and that's the ability to filter the ticket list by a specific importance. Now, you know that it used to be that the importance filter would filter by whatever importance you selected and everything more important than that. So if you selected low, it would show you all of the low tickets and everything that was more important than low. Well, now you can filter just by low. But if you want to see everything that was low and more important, we now have low and above. And so for each importance, there is that importance and above. Now, you can, of course, remove the filter altogether and then you'll just see every ticket, but you can then filter by just the feature requests, or you can filter by feature request and above, which is actually the same as not having a filter, because feature request and everything above is all tickets, but that's okay. You can still select that. Then you have low and above. So if I just want to have a look at everything that's medium and above that, I can select that. In this case, we don't have any medium tickets, but we do have a critical ticket. So that's why it's included in this filter. So this makes the importance filter even more powerful by giving you the option to filter to a specific importance, or that importance and everything that's more important than that. And now the third feature that's been added to Simply Business is the ability to specify who the project manager is and who the support manager is for a given project. So if we go across to projects and open up our ABC Mowers logo design project, we can now select who the project manager is and who the support manager is. And this list will be limited to everyone who has project manager access, and this list will be limited to everybody who has support manager access. And I can, of course, easily just assign both to myself, making that very quick and easy to assign the project manager and the support manager to myself if I'm managing both of those things. Now, what this is for when your customers go to @simpli.business and raise a new support ticket, Simply Business will now assign that ticket to whoever the support manager is, and the support manager will be notified that a new ticket is in the system. They can then log in and either work on the ticket themselves or assign it to whoever is going to work on it. But it means that the support manager doesn't need to go check the system to see if there's any new tickets that have been raised, because all tickets will be automatically assigned to them, and from there they can then assign it to whoever needs to work on it. And similarly, the project manager here will be notified whenever new work is requested through Simply Business. So if your customers log in and add a task to an existing project, which is essentially requesting new work, then the project manager will be notified of that task and can then assign that to whoever is going to work on that particular task. And the fourth feature that's been added to Simply Business is in invoicing. So if I go across to invoices, I can now see that we can filter by status, and I can choose to look at all the draft invoices, all the approved invoices, right down to all the paid invoices. Now, this is useful if I'm working on a lot of draft invoices and I'm then approving them or sending them to the customer or sending them off to zero. Then as I do that and come back to the list, they'll disappear because I'm filtering just on draft until I have cleared that list of draft invoices. And then finally, there is now a total at the bottom of the list, which shows you the total value of all of the invoices that match that search filter. So at the moment, I'm not filtering by any status. So I'm seeing the full $2,055, which is the sum of those 2 invoices. If I just filter by draft, then I'm just going to see we have $10 in draft invoices. And if I have a look at paid, I can see we have $2,045 in paid invoices. So 4 new features in Simply Business to make your life even easier.